My name is Rhapsody. Last run, we were lucky enough to guild a card. Maybe this run as well? Hold up. We've got Awoken this run. Give me Vine Mother. Give me Vine Mother. Although Vine Mother would actually be pretty bad in this run because we've got Pyre of Entropy giving us full deck draw or full 10 card draw every single turn. Also got 2 copies of Razor Sharp Edge, 2 copies of Rising Rage, and an Awoken Hollow. Seraphitonis chosen as Savagery. Alright. See what we can do. Maybe we end up with a quick sweep Wildington. At the end of the entire battle, bird to the front card. Gotta be. Whoop! Predator. Enchants quick. Yeah. And then I want to get sweep on you, or maybe put you on the same line as the sweep unit so that I can handle the Seraphitonis chosen of Savagery, and then then the rest of our, then we get to solve the rest of the problems. That's it. There's just other problems after that. Like big damage walls. Spear Steward top line, Just Cause. Spear Steward. We're always going to end up taking a little bit of damage this one. Rising Rage, I can move the Collector to get killed by my Pyre. And I'm also just going to gain some additional Valor for survivability on the top line. Ooh. Decent amount of damage to take in the first fight, but it'll be worth it. Overstack with Rising Rage. Easy. Restoration Detonation, Glimmer. Gotta say, I do just love the idea of taking Glimmer. Gives me a backup for Seraphitonis. I'll be Warbler and Shark Quick. Not needed. Penitent Bloodsuit, definitely don't want it. And Challenge, advance an enemy unit. I don't care about that as much as I otherwise could. Because I've got the 2 copies of Rising Rage and 2 copies of Just Cause that already do that as well if I desperately need that impact. We're definitely going to want to purge the stewards in this run. Yeah, this one's always going to have to be the Merchant of Steel Awoken. Lodgestone, Titanite, interesting. That's the sweep unit I was asking about. Should give Titanite to Awoken Hollow. So, Husk Hermit, how am I going to get you damage? I guess like Razor Sharp Edge at the moment is the solution for that. I do kind of want like a mini Awoken Hollow at the front of our overstack line. So like large stone or mini stone for you. If I rerolled, I would care mostly about seeing what? Mini stone, multi-strike, or quick. Quick I don't super care about because I have Wildington to support that role instead, but it would give me some more versatility for Husk Hermit in the opening. I could just give Husk Hermit some additional damage as well, so that by default at least sweeps good units. I wouldn't care to see Dualism, Endless. Basically just Dualism and Endless, I think. I'm so tempted to take Titanstone on Awoken Hollow because it's just great stats. I just don't have a way to support the health of the Awoken Hollow, and I can definitely see a world where it's like it's a unit that I end up cutting from this deck. I'm gonna reroll. Smidge Stone. Okay. Well, I probably don't end up cutting it from the deck at this point. I'll find a way to support its health, put it on the same floor. You getting a mini stone and then just some Valor so that you can kind of tank in the front's nice. Some additional damage for Husk Hermit's nice as well. All of that worked out really well. Short of, you know, getting multi-strike or... Yeah, short of getting multi-strike, that worked out basically as well as it could have. Oh, right, yes, no, because he dies immediately to the quick as well, so... That's fine, I wanted it to do more, but it doesn't need to, because I think the next floor's already got us covered. Yeah, you got us, bud. Wildwood Sap has a lot of regen triggers in a deck that has no other healing available. Rising Rage, Penitent Bloodsuit, and Challenge. No thank you again. I'll cut the next Shield Seer from the deck now. Merchant of Arms could definitely give me so many different transformative things. Merchant of Steel, like, realistically, it becomes holdover and damage for Glimmer, intrinsic for Razor Sharp Edge, just so that I can give some good damage to Husk Hermit at the very start of the fight. Maybe double stack or even double stack or even Spell Chain maybe for Wildwood Sap. None of them are especially exciting. Gaining a banished unit could be nice. If I go additional capacity, I still only have the ability to play one more size worth of units on the same floor as Wildenton and Husk Hermit. Unless I'm ascending them from a lower floor. Yeah, show me the Merchant of Arms, I think. Old Growth. Shield of Wing. On Revenge, deal damage to the attacker equal to this unit's health. Huge. I love that. Like, that and Old Growth on Awoken Hollow is a strategy. All I then need to do is heal the unit. Let's do it. Oh my god! What an expensive piece of equipment I have. If only I could graft it immediately onto the Awoken Hollow. Ridiculous. Okay, that Awoken Hollow is now... supporting the ability to actually heal that Awoken Hollow consistently is now probably our priority. I don't think duping you is even that good, because still, it triggers on Rejuvenate, so I have to heal you directly, or on people hitting you. Most of the time, you only heal one target, and only one target gets hit at a time. Not all of the time, just most of the time. The Rejuvenate. I'm also going to Rising Rage you off of this lore, so I don't have to worry about my party order getting inverted. For another turn. I won't have to worry about it for another turn, I mean. It's fine. I've got Just Causes coming out later. I need a way to give more health to that second line. I'm pretty threatened. I can't. I just need to not lose this fight. We're on the verge of getting to do some really cool stuff. I just need to have enough cards that can heal you. So, how do we accomplish that? I think like Husk Hermit, Wildenton bottom line still makes sense. I just can't treat that as the line that will ever win. Or maybe I just put Wildenton behind Husk Hermit, let Husk Hermit get some damage that way. I need to give you a chump block, if anything. Gotta trigger one more Rejuvenate there. I'd say he's looking in a much better health position than he was before. Keep on keeping on. Get him all the way up to 20 Valor here. Okay, so now it's basically impossible. Yeah, even with these two striking, I lose the 20 armor and then I gain it back at the end of the turn. So that's a really good equilibrium to be on. Spear Steward, yeah, I am going to want units behind you now. Oh, I'm going to have to move. Yeah, I've got to move Archeon off of this floor. But actually, no, I don't. I just need to use Just Cause. No, I need to move Archeon off this floor so I don't have to deal with the 20 less damage. I think that does it. A little more health focus. Yeah. Cycle of Life. Apply 10 health and spikes 8 to a unit, so not bad. Spike of the Banished or Eagle Heart, allowing you to advance. Apply 5 Valor to the friendly unit, then it attacks immediately. Let's take Cycle of Life for health support. Ooh, Sword Maiden. Animus of Will is... Yeah, it's such an addition. It's such a ridiculous additional unit to be able to add to that floor, possibly. I've got to go capacity if I want to be able to put the Awoken Hollow on the same floor as us. Definitely going to cut a Spear Steward. Hopefully the Merchant of Magic. Oh, we don't have Merchant of Magic ahead. Thought we did. Merchant of Steel. I can certainly get enough value out of that. Quick plus 10. Interesting. Ethereal Well there as well. Thornlord having an incant line isn't especially interesting to me. I will take Predator 2. Then... in the Empyrean Well... Currently, Animus of Will has to stand on its own floor by itself. So, like, I could give it quick to offset that, or I could re-roll looking for Ministone, and then I can put everyone on there on the same floor again. Yeah, it's Ministone. Also, dualism? Is anyone wearing equipment that makes dualism matter to them? I got a Ministone, the Animus. This Husk Hermit needs multi-strike more, and the Animus can just take this plus 14, it'll be happy. I do like the idea of getting another Awoken Hollow. It just doesn't actually help us. Like, right now, I think the thing that helps us the most is literally duping a Wildwood Sap. A terrifying prospect. Duping a Wildwood Sap is the best thing I can do right now. That's it, overstacking an entire floor? This is nice. Let's get 2 Wildwood Saps going on. Sadly, can't really do much to prevent the next incoming 24 damage. Whoa. Gotta play Glimmer, you see. Just give me repeatable sources of heal. And graft. Restore 1 health, gain 1 health, gain 1 energy, draw an additional card next turn. The drawing an additional card next turn is going to be relevant in a second. Merchant of Magic. I guess I could go to a Merchant of Magic and go Spreading Spells. The only problem with that is you only get 1 regen trigger per turn. So if I have regen, then adding additional oh wait, hang on, this is also a restore trigger. Well, how's that? Engraft is really nice still because it gives me additional energy to be able to play other things out of my hand as well. Consume, deal damage to the front enemy equal to 3 times its friendly unit's health and armor. Goodbye, Final Spear Steward. Merchant of Arms, dupe and removal. The only problem is the dupe and removal is not actually that powerful for me right now. I need to go to a Merchant of Magic so that I can actually make my cards worth duping. Holdover. Holdover Engrafts. -1 cost, Permafrost. I mean, I like having this on just a Rising Rage just so that I can hold it for the right turn. -2 cost, consume. Happily for a cycle of life. Plus 20 magic power and consume. No. If I reroll here, I wouldn't be able to buy anything super important. Oh, Celestial Alcove. Yeah, I can probably play the Bone Dog in a safe position for the next couple of rounds, but if I do 1, 2, 3, 4 fights, 40 additional, yeah, it's worth it. Channel Heart. If only I had stings in this deck. That's it. Abyssal Prism. The first time each turn you target a friendly unit with a spell. Non-move effects hit all other friendly units on the floor as well. Cycle of Life. Give everyone 10 health and 8 spikes. Engraft. Gain 4 energy. Draw 4 additional cards next turn. Just Cause. Give everyone Valor 2. We've only really got good targets for this basically in the deck. Thank you, Abyssal Prism. I'd love to go to another Merchant of Magic as soon as possible, so probably Merchant of Trinkets in the next area, Merchant of Magic afterwards, so I'll save some money for the Merchant of Trinkets. Thank you for all the energy, Engrafts. Speaking of, do it again. I'm also going to Rising Rage Collector to be collected by our Bone Dog. Yeah, this holdover Endcraft is great. It is... I do spend all of the energy that it gives me playing out the curses, but that's okay. You kind of always end up doing that with the Pyromentropy. Thankfully, I can get away with doing that, though. Endcraft, Glimmer. Still not enough, eh? Not that I necessarily need to keep my frontline unit alive. Already performed as well as you need. I mean, it's got to be Awakening Thicket, right, for the bottom line. Restore health on resolve, plus 20 max health for the entire floor. Pyagro, -2 draw next turn, plus 1 energy per turn for the rest of the battle is also really good for us, actually. Really good for us. Benediction is also quite nice. Valor 2 and damage heal 1 to friendly units. That's going to be useful, especially in the final fights. Root Seeds are, like, really bad versions of Just Cause for this deck, pretty much. Merchant Trinkets shows us units get an extra upgrade slot and sap tap. Draw a card the first time each turn a friendly unit is healed. Huge. I'll take both. Start a turn fully healed champions, not relevant. Reroll Odie's Totem. Oof. Additional energy per turn, but 3 less deployment ember. So we'd have 2 deployment ember, which basically just means I get to play Wildenton, Awoken Hollow, and Husk Hermit, and then I have to wait until I play Animus of Will. I am going to take energy as my next pickup, though, so Odie's Totem would ultimately be good for me. I didn't... Yeah, I just neglected to take a different room, so I can just put Fight Club on the bottom line comfortably. Yeah, the Awakening Thicket, I chose not to take it. So Wildenton, Awoken there, Husk Hermit there. Let's start with a Razor Sharp edge on edge on everyone. Yeah. I mean, if I want to be able to play Bone Dog anywhere, I can only play it on the bottom floor. Yeah, actually, I think I play Bone Dog this match rather than the Animus of Will. Yeah, it's got to be Engrafts. The bigger the AoE, the harder they'll fall. That Chosen Bastion is going to be a bit annoying, but thankfully it won't actually have the Vampirism buff on it, which that would be the more terrifying version of it. Gonna have to keep the Just Causes up for a while. That'll do it. Don't see anything of anything we're really capable of doing against the Chosen Bastion here. Yeah, definitely can't let it get the buff here, have 12 more damage when it ascends, and then hit us twice in the pyre. That's way too much. Unfortunately, the only alternative is letting you hit me twice in the pyre before that happens, which... do what you have to. There we are. And all's well that ends well on the bottom line. We still end up losing the Awoken Hollow, but then we win the fight. And I can take energy here. Do I need energy? I mean, yes, for deployment, and it'll also open up more options for things I can do in deployment. Unleash the Wildwood. Restore friendly units to full health. The entire floor, obviously quite nice. Also spreading spores, which, no, it's not going to take entropy slot. Start on the rest of the root seeds now. Merchant of Steel. I mean, yeah, with a third upgrade slot for my units, it's really important, but Merchant of Magic as well. Like, intrinsic for Engraft, just so I have it from the very start of the fight, is ridiculous, because then I'm just drawing full hands and I'm playing full hands of giant energy every turn. I'm unlikely to go Merchant of Arms in the next area. I'll probably go Merchant of Steel there, so I'll take this Merchant of Magic. We'll remove Consume from Cycle of Life. -1 cost Permafrost for... I mean, I can put that on Engraft. I don't need to, though. Nothing really benefits from that too much. -1 the Unleash and then reroll. Intrinsic. Intrinsic for Engraft is huge, and then Spell Chain as well. I like Spell Chain for Pyagro. Take it for that reason as well. -2 consume for Benediction, +10 magic power for a Glimmer. Great. Rhapsody, friendly units on gain Conduit 1 on Slay. We'd get a lot of Conduit on that bottom line, which means that our healing would be really good because the Engrafts would be healing ridiculous. Quelling Catcher, way too late for that. Waller's Bloodletter, not necessarily beneficial for me. Yeah, I'm very glad to actually have a run where I can really use the Klepsydrenium. Dang, didn't end up getting sweep on one of you, but that's okay. It's like Predator 3. It's useful, I do need that damage. Oh boy, do I need that damage, considering. Oh, what floor do I set you all up on? Because I'm going to need as much time as possible to really set up. Like, maybe at least a turn before I have to fight you? But they attempt an assault on the pyre directly, so they're going to deal 5 damage to me if they get off the bottom floor. Heck, we got Fight Club here. Help add a bunch of damage to us. I feel like I'm gonna need more damage. Like, I almost feel like it has to... Oh, no. Engraft is the one that draws the rest of the damage. Dang. Yeah, it draws the Razor Sharp Edge. If I could have drawn the Razor Sharp Edge first, I think I should have used that first. Boy. I can't leak an Avowed Gladiator that hits me in the pyre 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Like, I die, basically. But I also had to take like 40 pyre damage if I set up on the bottom line. I don't see how I can change it. I'm not gonna be able to do it. I'm gonna run out of pyre health. There's just like no world in which I can actually, like, literally just this terrifying amalgam. 10 damage goes up to the top. 6, 6, 6, and this is going up and doing 26. Like, I'm dead already. I want to find any version of this that can push, but like I can't get large enough damage numbers. I've got a lot of multi-strike, I just can't give them damage fast enough. I'm gonna try something unconventional, see if whether or not setting up on second floor will be good enough. I imagine the answer is a strong absolutely not. Glimmer for the top line saves me a decent amount of health, and we do get that next line down. Maybe there is a possible future in this. I mean, not even needing to use the Deadly Plunge yet is really nice. Actually, I'm gonna Rising Rage Bone Dog, and I'm gonna Deadly Plunge you, and that'll take out the Avowed Gladiator in full. Oh no, without Bone Dog, I don't take out that line! How terrifying. I give you spikes, still not gonna be enough. Yeah, regardless of whether or not that was going to be enough, this next line with just 1,000 health is just unconquerable for us. The numbers on Root Seeds and Just Cause are just not high enough. The numbers on Razor Sharp Edge, just neither. I can't believe I walked into the same trap again. I have a ridiculously good value frontliner, and just, I thought multi-strike 2, and damage buffs would be enough, but good lord, is it ever not. Fight Club I even threw in there as well for the additional damage, and look, it's helping, it's certainly helping. It's nice that it's here. Something needed to help. Granted, I did give them Reanimate too. I thought that was going to be okay because I thought we were just going to be able to do the easy, small, additional instances of damage. The real problem we are having is overcoming the health in the first place, not whether or not the Reanimate 2 is then causing additional problems. It is doing that, but that's not what's killing us. We'd be dead without it. My fire! No! I made that! Gotta pick myself up and dust myself off and just go into the future. Everything will be okay. I need to not... Where are you? Where are you, buddy? I need to not get a ridiculously powerful unit and then focus exclusively on it to the detriment of the rest of the run. Like, it was doing the majority of my damage. When any unit hit you, it would take about 100 damage. It took a couple of rounds for any of my other units on the floor to even be able to match that damage. Ugh. And here I thought the Engraph from the very start would just give us enough value to kind of overwhelm that. I thought the Kleptodranium Slays would give us enough that we could really just... Nope. No, it just did not want to do. I think I almost feel like the better line for me ends up being not ever using the Awoken Hollow, not ever going capacity. I end up mini-stoning Animus of Will. I put 2 Animus of Will on Wildenton's line. And then if I have an Awoken Hollow, it's on another line by itself. And I got a Husk Helmet there as well. I still don't see that getting to the consistent 500 damage generation, let alone the 1,000 and then later 1,500 health waves that it was going to have to overcome. I feel like if I got to look at my stats, Savagery's Final Assault would probably be the most common place that I die, which specifically is not Seraph of Savagery. This is 7th round having Savagery. It doesn't matter if it's Athane or Rax afterwards. If it's Savagery's Final Assault, it's gonna be a bit of a tough time, especially if you're dealing with if your primary damage numbers that you're dealing with come from Monster Train 1 clans, but also very specifically Awoken. It's just gonna struggle to match those marks. Alas. Getting to strap the ridiculous merged... Was it? It was... You were getting 10 max health every time you were healed, right? Because that was half of your equipment. It's currently only showing the plus 10 health from Shield of Wing and not showing the old growth, but I assume you did have your old growth trigger that whole time. If you didn't, then that's a completely different issue. Although, I still don't think that really would have changed the tide of things. Jumping back to the outpost. We're gonna have to start another streak on another day. Until then, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Monster Train 2. Top left is the series playlist for all my content of the game past, present, and future YouTube recommendations. Down below, streaming past are the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/Rhapsody Plays. Out above the thank tier, and a special thanks to this episode to Sorathil. Hopefully you'll have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully see you all next time.